Buster Arnwine. I am the general manager of Upspring, which is a subsidiary owned by Reckitt Benckiser. And I've been at Reckitt Benckiser for 16 years now. And my role and function within the company is running the company. So in every aspect, in every department. And so the future talent is extremely important to feeding that into it and into our success.
So my name is Jason Connors. I graduated from the Walton MBA program this past May. So I was doing an internship with Upspring during my last semester there, and that flowed straight into a full-time position with Upspring. So now what I do there is I'm the business intelligence manager, and I'm kind of charged with improving our use of data and making it so that we're making more and better data-driven decisions.
So my name is Madeleine Corbell. I'm a finance intern at Upspring, and I'm about to begin my second year in the Walton MBA program.
Hi, I'm Raleigh Woods. I am a full-time MBA student that just transitioned from the accelerated student at the Walton MBA, and I'm currently a supply chain intern at Upspring.
So Upspring is a consumer goods company. We do focus on female health, particularly health for soon-to-be moms, and recent moms. And so very much it's about, we do vitamins, mineral supplements. We also play in other areas, anything that our target consumer, whom we call Kelsey, just to affectionately call Kelsey, so we can actually have a person that we're trying to innovate for. Any kind of pain point that she has, we are there to trying to find and solve it. And we do that through innovation and also through connection with her. We're based in Austin, Texas. However, our team is, due to recent events as well, very decentralized in a lot of respects. I think we've moved to a hybrid type of model where we get the best talent wherever we can get it. There's actually quite a bit of talent that we actually have that live in Northwest Arkansas, but we also have talent that live out west in the Northeast, and a couple other different places. So we're kind of everywhere, but the point is building that best team. Again, we have a very high, lofty vision, and we want to make that next generation of mighty moms, and we want to do it for all of them if we can. And we're very passionate about it, and so we will find people wherever they're at to be part of this special team.
So during the program in the MBA, you have to have an internship, and it's built into part of your class credit. So during the summer is when most people normally take this class, but Walton helps facilitate connection with companies and networking events. So I was able to get my internship through a career fair Walton put on, and there was probably 10 to 20 companies that came, and we got to chat with them. This time it was online, so we just rotated through the rooms and got to hear about what companies were about, what positions they had open, and then from there we applied, had interviews, and heard back. And so through the internship, we kind of keep track of what we're learning, how this is applying to the classroom, and then at the end of it, we're actually doing like a video essay of what we've learned and how it's applied to the program.
So I found my internship through the Walton MBA internship recruitment events, just like Raleigh did. The Walton MBA helped prepare me for my internship by giving me a framework of knowledge that I could build upon during my internship. And this really did come in handy because since I was coming from a non-business background, I didn't have real life experience that I could apply the knowledge I was learning in classes to. And so gaining this experience through my internship was really invaluable because now I have a better idea of what direction I want to take my career, what kind of real life applications knowledge learned in classes has, and just other critical pieces of info like that.
So, well, mine prepared me significantly because the last internship that I did during the MBA program, and I was also GA. So I was doing these internships through the GA program while I was there. But the last internship that I did was essentially the role that I am now doing. Like I kind of got a head start in it. But even prior to that, I did my internship at RB, or now they're called Reckitt, and Buster helped me get that. And the experience that I got there working on the Walmart team in a sales analytics type role was extremely beneficial. And then the MBA program was really helpful because I did the business analytics track, and I got a lot of technical experience that a lot of people don't necessarily get in an MBA program. But I learned a lot about the technologies that I'm now using. And then on top of that, some of the strategy courses and things like that you do associate more with an MBA program have been really beneficial, because I've gotten the opportunity to actually work on the strategy and innovation team at Upspring and really apply a lot of those strategic, learnings in the real world, and kind of planning the direction that Upspring is going to end up going.
What do I look for in an intern? What does Upspring look for? I think is a bit different here. Everybody's going to define how do they want the internship and their relationship with the MBA, to feed the organization's results and or future talent, right? It's usually one of those two things. I think Upspring, and the group here hopefully can attest, is both for us. And so it's a bit of a different internship in the fact that they are thrown into real life situations and roles, and the pressure is pretty much on from day one. We believe in a smaller startup like environment, everybody's got to pull their own weight. Also, I believe you can't really see the true mettle of a person until you see them under that kind of pressure and how they work in real life, right? It's very different than the classroom. It's very different than other internships that have, maybe a little bit slower. And that's good if other corporations want to do that. But here, our internship is real life scenario. You're held to real life accountability and responsibility. But also we do understand that you're new to it. So I think what our internship provides is an accelerant to everybody's knowledge base and prepares them for the real world after their MBA is done better than any other internship. So we got to make sure that people can actually dedicate the time to really be a valuable resource within the company. And two, they have to be very passionate about what we're doing. I think you cannot go into that intense of an internship environment without being passionate about what we're doing. We're trying to help people out, millions of people out, in things that nobody else is helping them out in. And I think it's very inspiring. And if as long as people know we're doing that and that really speaks to them and what they want to be, then that's very important. And then the next thing is, I don't care about experience as much. I think Upspring is more about what are the person's capabilities and where do they want to go. And their natural skill sets are very, very important. We can teach the rest. And you could come in for one thing and then it may change into something else within a few weeks or a few months. And not purposely, but it's an evolving business. And I think that's the future of business. So we need a person that's going to be able to do all those things, be very, very passionate. It's going to be able to have the time, and a person that's actually just going to be very fluid and agile, just like our businesses, and can thrive in that environment and get energy from that type of environment.
So during the internship, I have had a look at a wide variety of projects. So I've gotten a lot of project management skills. Upspring is a little different in the fact that it is not some like massive blown out corporation. We're a little smaller, have room to innovate and be a little more flexible. And so in this, a lot of the projects I was handed were completely ambiguous, like no one had done it before. And so looking at something on a completely blank slate and figuring out the steps to get it done, who's going to be involved, where is it going to go, who are the stakeholders, and how it really fits in Upspring's grand scheme of things. And then through that, I've had the access to gain some better analytical skills. I did not have a lot of exposure to Excel before I came in. And now I've had chances to sit in Excel and just learn how things work, and go through and like, here's this massive sheet of data. How is this useful? Like getting the information and making tangible, actionable decisions out of that.
So something that kind of echoes upon the themes we've touched on is Upspring is a quickly changing company, and things are always, you never know what a day is going to throw at you, which is great because it gives you a chance to really practice on innovation, practice on problem solving. So while I can't give an exact day to day, I can say that at Upspring, interns are given the respect and responsibility of a full-time employee. And so you're often involved in high level tasks. I help with daily sales reporting. I also work closely with my manager, our CFO, and our senior accountant to support the finance team and assist with accounting duties and month-end close. So while I never know what a day might throw at me exactly, I do know that I'm going to get to exercise my problem solving skills and my ability to innovate, and it always keeps things exciting.
After the program and also after my internship, I have kind of realized that a lot of the stuff I'm looking for is very mission driven on like what the company's saying for and looking to see if they're actually carrying through about what they're saying they're doing. And so within that, my experience has really also taught me like how I want to narrow down the field of roles I'm in. So like after I find a company that I feel like I would be a good fit with and like really appreciate their mission and know I'm willing to like put in the work to do whatever it takes to get them there. Really looking at positions on the supply side, I think there's a lot of room to drive commercialization and innovation that often gets overlooked because it's just like a normal function a business has to have. And then within that, like if there's even room to help the company grow more, that would be really a neat spot to be. A lot of my background and experience has been in smaller scale companies. And I'm really passionate about like leveling up the companies, making them a bigger name and just impacting people so their mission is continued.
I think in the next 5 years, I see myself trying to try my hand a little bit more at a leadership or people manager type role. Most of the experience that I have is pretty technical. And I love that, and I enjoy it, and I think I'll always try to keep a hand in the technology and data side of things. But I really want to try to challenge myself to become a little bit more of a leader in wherever I end up being. So I don't know exactly what the next 5 years are going to look like, but I know that that's something that I want to try to challenge myself to do.
Yeah, again, going back to, there's different ways to approach recruiting with universities. You can look at it transactionally, or you can look at it from a relationship standpoint. And I think a lot of people will know, I actually like being involved in the university a lot because I can watch students go through the program and I can interact with them in non-interview environments. I don't believe really, I'm not a big fan of just meeting somebody once and deciding if they're going to be the right stuff for the program or we're the right company for them. It's a two-way street, by the way, when you're recruiting. So, having a place where we can have a relationship with the teachers and with the students all along, whether it's related to recruiting or not. In fact, I love working with the students at the Walton that I never recruit. There's a lot of those, and maybe they're not good fits, but it's great. But I get to see them and I get to interact with them. Jason, for example, we got him into a Reckitt internship, and then we got him into an Upspring one, but I saw him at the very start of his program, right? And one of the things that's very interesting is I saw his evolution over 2 years, which was massive, right? And he's just one of many, right? We hired Devin as well. I saw her evolution. I saw a couple other ones evolution over a couple of years in different environments as I go in and judge or talk or coach people. So it's that type of building a relationship is how you get the right employees and you make sure they have the right fit. And, so I do not believe in just going into one interview. So I think I have the capability of doing that with the University of Arkansas. I have a relationship that spans almost 10 years with them in some form or fashion in helping out in the undergrad and the MBA. And so that's the place that we can develop those relationships to do it. There is good talent there. There are good people, and which obviously makes it a little bit better too, right? For doing it, but the ability to create relationships and then see them go through the path, and then hopefully some of them even come in and work for Reckitt or Upspring is a great scenario for everybody. And it really reduces the risk of somebody choosing the wrong path, right? Make sure we get the right people and they get the right company. So that's the reason why we do like to recruit from University of Arkansas, is the ability to do that.